So Jan Blachowicz has emerged from the shadows and announced that he'll be fighting Carlos Ulberg next. Um, you know, I've had my video last month yelling at Jan because I feel like Jan deserves so much more than this, but it's only Jan's fault because Jan doesn't call for what he deserves. He's like one of the only two guys to ever bring Alex Pereira to a decision in the UFC. I mean, the Jan versus Pereira fight was close. It was a close fight. And Jan should have called for a rematch immediately. And maybe he did. But after that one time, after that, it's just been radio silence. And that's inexcusable from the point of view of Jan Blachowicz. It really is, because Jan should have been fought Pereira again by now. If guys like Yuri, and I love Yuri, but if guys like Yuri can demand a rematch and get a rematch against Alex after Alex finished him in the first fight, then Jan Blachowicz could definitely get a rematch. But he doesn't call for one. He doesn't call for one. He doesn't do enough. He doesn't speak enough. If I was Jan Blachowicz, I would have been on Ariel Helwani. I would have been doing, UFC interviews and Instagram 3, 4, 5 minute videos, my own podcast and YouTube channel shit and all this stuff, calling for Alex Pereira, calling for a rematch against Poatan. But Jan refuses to do so. Or he forgets about doing so, I don't know. But instead, he's going to fight Ulberg next. And who even knows if Jan gets a fucking title shot after beating Ulberg? Likely not. Because if Jan can't speak up after, having a close decision loss to Alex Pereira, then he's not going to speak up after beating Ulberg. But anyway, Ulberg's on a great streak right now. He's on a great winning streak. His hands are dangerous. His power is dangerous. Great striking. Great counter striking. What worries me about Ulberg is the fact that he does get tagged a bit. He does like to get into heavy exchanges. A lot of them with his hands lowered. So it's not a great look. But he always finds his mark. He's always been finding his mark, except for the Nzechukwu fight. But Kennedy looked really great in that fight, and it just wasn't Ulberg's night. But after that, it's always been Ulberg's night. Ulberg is on a really great winning streak. And next up is, Mr. Polish Power. I think it's going to be a war. I really do. I would argue that Jan Blachowicz's chin is stronger than Carlos Ulberg, given how Jan survived 5 rounds with Alex Pereira, or 3. I forget the number of rounds, but he survived a full fight with Alex Pereira, being tagged a lot. So I do think, going into this fight, that Blachowicz's chin will be stronger than Ulberg's, especially given the fact that Ulberg was knocked out by Kennedy and Nzechukwu. And that's no discredit to Nzechukwu. Nzechukwu is an assassin. He's very coordinated, very technical striker, very smooth. But, like I said, Jan Blachowicz was getting tagged during his fight against Alex Pereira and ate all of those shots. So, I think he'll have the stronger chin, and Jan has a lot of power as well. So does Ulberg. So I just think it's going to be a dogfight for about 4 of the 5 rounds. And I think in the fifth round, both fighters will be beaten, tired. A lot of swinging, overhands, brawling, if you will. And when that happens, I think Ulberg's hands are just going to be real low, and Jan will have eaten a lot of punches from Ulberg, but he'll still be going at Ulberg, and I think it'll be not even a counter. It'll just be a Jan overhand, a clean Jan overhand to drop Ulberg to where Jan just finishes Ulberg via ground and pound, and the fight goes to Jan. I think Jan Blachowicz will win this fight in the 5th and final round after a heated exchange, and it'll just be all due to the strength of his chin. because Jan will be able to survive the early Ulberg onslaught. You know, just lowered hands, a lot of swinging from Ulberg, a lot of those punches tagging Jan, but Jan just fucking eats every single one of those punches with a fucking side of fries and a Coke. So I think Jan will get it done. And the only question will be, you know, what does Jan do next after that fight? Because I doubt, you know, seeing how small of a voice Jan has, that I doubt he'll call for Alex Pereira after that fight. I guess he'll just fucking, I don't know, ask for another opponent. Just take another half a year off before fighting Yuri or something, you know? So, yeah. Good fight. I still think it's a great fight because it's going to be a dog fight. So it's going to be really fun to see a couple big, strong, light heavyweights just throwing punches, eating punches, and just leaving it all out there to the fifth and final round. So I think the knockout will be great. Really spectacular knockout from Jan Blachowicz. Mr. Polish Power. He's a great fighter. He was a great light heavyweight champion. Do I think he definitely has what it takes to become light heavyweight champion again? It's just as I said, I don't know if he has the voice to become light heavyweight champion. You know, like there are a lot of other light heavyweights in that upper echelon of the division that are much louder than he is and will likely get title shots at a better rate, at a faster and better rate than he will get. So I don't know if Jan goes for a title shot after this. I think he'll likely, like I said, fight the loser of some light heavyweight title eliminator and then just sit back until there's like a really open opportunity, like an incredibly open opportunity to fight for the light heavyweight championship belt. And I'm talking about an incredibly open opportunity. Like, I'm talking about a, maybe an interim fight, or like an opponent gets sick or some shit like that. Like something that's like, you know, oh, okay, I have to fight for the belt now, you know? Not Jan fighting for a chance at the belt. More of Jan waiting and biding his time for the belt to present itself to him, if you will. So I don't know what's next for Jan. I do like Jan. I would consider myself a bit of a Jan Blachowicz fan. It just frustrates me that Jan hasn't called for and hasn't fought for a rematch with Alex Pereira after how close his first fight with Pereira was. So let me know what you think. Make ssure you like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all in the next.